Alright, welcome back to part 3 through 4 of my video, continuing making the bumper of my aluminum Ferrari. And I'm going to pick up right where I left off, right where the last video left off. As you recall, I made these two pieces. And now I'm going to make a rectangle or a very lengthy horizontal shape that connects these two together. And then they will form like this. So I'm going to start now. I guess if I want to draw, the ideal thing to do would be to put both of these on an aluminum sheet and draw this. This will be the desired length from what line I would want to draw. So let's see. These two pieces. I guess I'll use this aluminum sheet right here. Difficult thing is it's going to be hard finding space. I might have to just cut open another can because it doesn't look like I don't have that much space left on these sheets. See if I can do it here. Just bend this a little bit. Take these two pieces, put them here, put them on one side, put them on the other. That looks like reasonable space. I may have to move from where I am, where the camera is, in order to adjust these two pieces how I want them. This seems fine. If I could just move this left piece up just a little bit further. So that's about the length that I want. It might be a little bit uneven. I'd say we can work with that. So I'm going to leave those pieces right there, and then I'm going to get to work with my pen. I'm going to move. Let's see if I can move them up. Obviously, I can't move the sheet up without messing up the formation of the two pieces that I put on there. So I guess what I can do is I can hold this piece down, put my pen here, and as long as I memorize that little, just draw. If I can't get ink on this sheet, then at least the indentation of my pen is good enough to guide me to where I want, what length I want this line at. So I can pretty much see the crease in the sheet, so I no longer need these as a measuring point. And now I'm just going to take matters into my own hands. So obviously, I don't necessarily need to get ink on this sheet of aluminum. I just need to make the indentation visible enough to where I know where to cut. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make little creases on both sides. I'm going to make an upside trapezoid formation. And I have the front of my bumper, or what could, so obviously this is what it'll look like. Let me see if I can bring that into view for you guys. So this right here, this is what I'm aiming for, and I'm going to cut that out now. And here we are. I'm going to have to cut it off camera because I want to focus as much as possible. But obviously not that hard to cut out, as you can see. And then once this is out, I'm going to see how it aligns with the two other sides of the bumper. And just to give y'all, so you guys aren't totally out of the loop. There you go. Now, I'm going to bring one of those pieces. So right off the bat, we already have a problem. So when I put these together, this far out, yeah, this is not going to work. I can still keep this. The only difference is I would have to cut the top part with that sharp corner sticking out. That's the part I would have to cut off. If I go ahead and I tape this down, let's see if I have any tape around. Let's see. I'll be right back. Okay, so I brought my Scotch tape, and I'm going to use that as a way of holding that left piece down and attaching it to that shape that I created. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some tape here. Oh, try not to bend it. So I'm going to put some tape here, and then I'm going to tape here. I'm going to tape this to that. I'm going to aim for the very bottom. I'm probably going to have to do this over if I don't like what I see after I'm done cutting. So this will probably work. And then I'm going to attach the other piece. So I'm going to put this down. I'm going to grab some more Scotch tape. And I'm going to do the same for this piece right here. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to tape this down. And then I'm going to proceed to tape this a part of it. So now you guys can see, even though it's not to my liking, you can see what I had in mind when I was making these parts on the aluminum sheets, how I want the front bumper to look, how big the vehicle will be. Obviously, it's not going to be taped up, it's going to be super glued up. So this is just a bit of a trial period to see how big I want my bumper. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut this upper line right here with these sharp triangles pointing out. I'm going to do the same for that side. And I'm pretty sure I can do this on camera. Or can I? I'm just going to cut the length of this tape. And I'm going to follow the line. Mind you, I probably should draw a line just so it won't be uneven, but I'm just going to go off of just instinct. I'm just going to just trust in my ability to keep a straight line. I'm going to have to move this out of view just to focus and then show you the end result later once I am done. Obviously a very delicate process. Not exactly easy, but especially when your sweat kind of ruins the stickiness of the tape, kind of makes it hard to cooperate with you. Sorry if my hands are taking it out of view, but I guess at this point I don't really even need this part anymore, so I'm just gonna put this down. And I'm just going to continue cutting here. Okay, so this is what it looks like now. Line is a little bit thinner. I may have to reapply some tape on this side, so I'm gonna take this tape off and put some new tape. Well, in the meantime, y'all can take a look at that and see for yourselves how that lines up. Actually, I'll just bring it closer to you so you can see for yourself. If it's a little bit more, it's a lot closer to what I want. Probably can cut that last little sharp triangle pointing off. So just to get it more even. And how I plan to do that, you just go like this. I aim for that little part sticking out, and there you go. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some tape, and I'm going to start the process all over again. So, voila. Just put the tape on there. Grab these, put it on here. Oh, tape is still giving me problems. Okay. Okay. So it's a little bit closer to what I want, but still not close enough. Sorry if it's blurry. Now it's coming into view. So take a look at that. You can see that little stick out right there. That needs to go in order to be as even as possible. That little thing needs to go. Otherwise, this is pretty much complete. And I have my front bumper, literally at the very least, the base of the bumper. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut that little piece off and see if I can do that with the tape still on. Probably not. Let me see. Interesting. Yeah, this was a failure. So, obviously, as you can see, I end up ruining it. Here, let's see if I can bring it closer so you guys can see. So, I guess unless I want to shorten the length, that wouldn't be too much of a bad option. If I go like this, maybe I can salvage whatever mess that I made. So, once again, it's back to being the shape that it was before. All I just did was cut it at an angle. Sorry for the blurriness again. I'm waiting for the camera to bring this into view. Now it's coming into view. There we go. So now you can see that I cut it at an angle again, the little sharp part right there. That's my doing. And now I get a second chance. So let's see what it looks like. Mm. Yeah, this is much harder than I knew this was going to be difficult, but now I'm getting this. It's beginning to come full circle how difficult it is. So I put them together. Yeah, the part is still sticking out. So it looks to me now that I gotta start drawing a line. And what I mean by that is a targeting point on where to cut that little upper circle. So I don't know whether I do it with my pen or okay. Now let's test it. Let's see now. Okay, that's a lot better. So obviously that's a lot better. Still could be, but that's a lot more. Bring it into view. So as you can see here towards the upper right, that's a whole lot more manageable. So yeah, this I can work with. Problem is, the real issue is not only making it even, but holding it down so it can also all three of these pieces can stay in place. Because as you can see now, because of the cutting that I had to do, this is uneven from left to right. As you can, or it looks for the most part, this side being more bigger than the other. So I wonder if I can just mess with that symmetry a little bit and see if I can still get the same result. And for the most part, it looks like I can. So it looks like I have successfully salvaged my bumper for the most part, you know. Yeah, I'd say I can work with that. Just gotta straighten out the curves a little bit by cutting. Making it more straight. I don't want this line to arch, so that's more of what I'm looking for. And now all I gotta do is just tape it to this right here or super glue it. Because I'm convinced that this is what I want, I'm gonna go ahead and just super glue these together. And I might have to just go ahead and do that off camera. So yeah, this is the continuation of part 3. I'm going to go ahead and cut this video short. I'm going to super glue these off camera because I don't know if I have enough focus to do it while I'm recording. So this is a continuation of the last video that was cut off. Again, my name is Christian Taylor. Please continue to view and watch my videos. I'm going to put out more because I intend to show you guys the remainder of what I have planned for this project, how I plan to complete it, how I plan to give it full circle. So for now, goodbye, and I'll see you next time.